As the autumn leaves fall to the ground, I think to myself, how do I receive that same attention when I'm that low? Why don't people collect me in a pile and dive in? You'll touch dead leaves, but not my dry skin. Maybe because I'm a mistake that started off as a sin. Because while everyone finds beauty in fall trees losing their dying leaves, no one finds beauty in an evergreen. Because an evergreen's appearance stays consistent. You're in awe over a dying maple tree, but you turn your head to a dying me. When it comes to death, beauty is only skin deep. And there's no physical sign that the end is near for me, but you can't hear the call of death ringing in my ear. I guess I'll always be that tree that has to create its own reason to be. Because physical change is the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, but no one bats an eye if it's internally. And these roots that anchor me down are coming up inside of me. So let me ask one thing. If I fall in a forest and no one is around to hear it, will anyone give a fuck? I am Evergreen. Like a recovering chain smoker, I rid you with every exhale from my lungs, gradually releasing the pressure of your toxicity on my chest, exfoliating the scent out of your favorite sweater with every wash. And when I gasp for my final breath, I'll find comfort in knowing there'll be no trace of your aftertaste on my lips. And yet I find myself digging through my past to fill that void that you created. Why can't I grasp the concept that I can't dig to fill a hole? I can't be partial and still feel whole. My head is a gravestone, the only part of me above ground. And you only visit my resting place on special days like my birthday or Christmas, or when you needed to feel existence. Because you know no matter how much I try and run away, my lungs are black with a lack of air, and you'll always catch up and pull me back down. You get me so high, but I feel so down. Jimmy, you are a seed that deserves to be a flower. So you shower me with water to grow, but it tastes like deception and it feels like a terminal infection. I fear you may be watering me too much. So I finally let loose, but I stay afloat at the surface. Why the fuck can't I drown myself? Or at least let the tides take me anywhere but here. So I float and I float and I float, soaked with regret and shame, 'cause I can't get away from you. So I fight water with fire, and I light another cigarette. They say fear is the memory of pain. I guess that's why I pull the covers over my head every night, because everyone knows if you pretend what scares you isn't there, it can't get you, right? But my mom told me that monsters don't live under your bed, they reside inside your head, and there's an entire family settled down up in my attic. I know I can fix this problem if I just take the door and leave it open, but I'm closed-minded, and every day I'm reminded that this door is bound shut, and they can't leave no matter what. No matter how many times I try to smoke them out. I wish they learned from me in the way that when things get tough, just take the escape route and run as far as you can. That's not what grown-ups do. How come the same people who tell you to never grow up are the same people who criticize you the second you act childish? At age 13, you told me it was time to grow up. You're on your own now. The world is your playground. Probably because I was sleeping on a playground. My bed wasn't the only thing sliding in my life. There goes my grades and any positive mentality. There goes my trust in my mom's sobriety, followed by our house and our car and my mom's last bit of sanity. My dad went down that slide years ago and left me at the top with no hand to hold. So I turn around and I set down a better path, but there's no clear trail. There's so many forks in the road, and every time I think I'm on the right path, I find out I should've went left and left everybody else behind. Because if I stay on the same path that I'm on, I'll end up in the same destination as my mom. And that's in this goddamn necklace I wear around my fucking neck. And at least then the pressure I leave on people's chests will be much lighter than what it is right now. And I won't be dragging anyone else down, because I'm tired of being that excess weight that people carry around. I want to find a solution and be everyone's resolution. Shake off those few extra pounds. It's a new year, new me. I think I'm finally heading down that right path for good this time. But every time I get up, someone shoots me down. So I take that gun and I turn it on myself. It's empty, just like the promises I promised I'd keep. And all I can think about is taking that final escape route, that one-way road, the one that's a dead end. That's exactly how I want it to end. And all I can remember is how you told me that I was claiming suicide for attention. But I didn't ask for anyone's attention when I woke up in the middle of the night and I walked to that lake and I took that brick of excess weight I cast on everyone else and I tied it with rope put together from my insecurities around my leg and slowly walked down that path for the last time. When I needed someone's attention the most, I wasn't looking for it. I gouge out my own eyes and say my final goodbye, and as loud as I'm screaming, I hope you're covering your ears, cause I wouldn't want to beat that overwhelming sound that robs your ability to hear. I promise it's real, I promise it's not for attention. Is this mic on? Can I have your attention? I tried to kill myself, and yet I'm still living and still wandering down that path. And I'm happy about that. It's not that that family living up in the attic moved out or on to better things. It's that I finally discovered how to properly live with a roommate. It takes time, effort, and respect, and a mutual understanding of one another. And with that, I gain enough strength to remove the covers and I'm able to get out of bed without a fuss. I wonder if fears ever really go away, or if they just lose their power over us. Time heals all, but what if I never learned how to read a clock? And what if the hands on yours are the ones doing all this goddamn damage? I catch myself staring at the clock as time slips away, hoping at some point you'll pick up the phone and I can hit the reset button and see you live another day. Has she called me back yet? Not yet. She's just busy. I'm sure she'll call tomorrow. I don't sleep because there's no time of yours to waste. But I keep having that callous daydream where you finally call me back and you finally show me signs of life. But my voicemail box is full, and no matter what I do, I can't catch your call. Sure as hell can't catch you when you fall. The weight we both carry is far too much for each other to resist from being pulled down, and I can't escape that vision in my head. When I asked my rock how to get away from the bottom, and all you replied with was, how can I be your top influence if I'm always under one? Did she call back yet? No. Okay. Now I'm spending my time trying to push you away because if you never come around, I don't want you here anyway. I think Gail called that distancing. It's hard to distance yourself when the only map you've ever owned is searching for a map of their own, a map on how to get better, a map that can take a life of mistakes and help you make corrections, give you some type of direction, but it's so dark and it's so cold and the devil's always there to offer you to drink, to warm up that miserable body of yours. At least for a minute, at least until last call. I finally got that call, unbearable last call, after waiting for countless hours. Time's up! Jimmy, it's time to set up your mom's calling hours. 10 months gone, and I'm still struggling to digest the truth. It's so easy to swallow reality when you're fucking bulimic. So all I've got left to do is stand behind this microphone and puke up all these things I can't accept. Take these thoughts, tie them together, make a house out of them, cause I never knew how cold your house could get without all the things that helped you forget. But now I'm renting from that same landlord, and I think my lease is running out. Is it my time to make that call yet? Please don't go to voicemail.